Good morning and welcome to our coffee conversations. So glad to have you with us. Let's start off by just introducing ourselves. We have with us a special guest today, Dr. Mulata Hill, who is going to give us some information about kindergarten registration, which is so important for our little people. And our co-hosts, as always, Renata and Jonathan. Jonathan, Renata, can you introduce yourself?
Certainly. My name is Jonathan Franz. I'm the Social Studies Curriculum Specialist for Cumberland County Schools.
Hello, and I am Renata Moy, the Chief Communications Officer for the Cumberland County Schools.
And I am Joaquina George. I am the Family Engagement Specialist for Cumberland County Schools. Again, good morning. Dr. Hill.
Good morning.
You are our special person of the day. Thank you so much for joining us. If you can just tell us a little bit about your role, your department, and how it ties to kindergarten registration.
Thank you, Joaquina. I serve as the Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Curriculum and Instruction Services. And so therefore, my department is responsible for all of the curriculum for each content area, grades kindergarten through fifth. And one of our major responsibilities is kindergarten, the rising kindergartners, Beginner's Day, and that is one that gives my department much joy because those rising kindergartners, their light is on for learning, and it's just an instant energy when we are around those little people.
It sure is. Yeah. Having been involved in some of those, it's a wonderful time. But this year was a little different. So when did kindergarten registration begin this year?
Yes, Mr. France, it was a little different this year. Beginner's Day was originally scheduled to be held in the month of April, but due to COVID, we had to make sure that we did not, we weren't able to open up our school site buildings in order to host the class of 2033. And so therefore, the class of 2033. Yeah. And so therefore, we know that on May the 15th, our kindergarten registration launched online. And so therefore, parents have an opportunity to enroll their children by way of enrollment online, as well as upload those necessary documentation forms. And please know that we are exploring some avenues for drop-off at each of our individual kindergarten school sites. But May the 15th, we launched our online registration for our upcoming kindergartners.
Now, Mulata, when you say parents had to upload their child's forms, that's a lot different. So talk to us a little bit about what is the typical process, or what was the typical process for registering students for kindergarten?
Good question, Renata. The typical process at Beginner's Day, parents and their children would come out to the school site and receive an enrollment packet. Therefore, from filling out forms about social health history, about how their children are going to be transported back and forth to school, as well as lunch information. But the documentation that we require from each family includes a certified birth certificate, as well as proof of the residence for that child, and also the health assessment form and the shot record. I do anticipate some amendments from our state regarding the physical examination because upon enrollment, families have up until 30 days to complete that health assessment. But due to what we're dealing with the pandemic, I do foresee that they're going to extend that, but we haven't heard that officially. But sometimes my gut is what I go with. And so therefore I feel very strongly that due to the nature of what we've been going through with COVID-19, families will be given an extension for that particular health assessment documentation.
Okay. And I know in years past, kindergarten registration allowed the child to kind of go in the classroom and, experience what it was like to be a big kindergartner and all of that. And parents got to do their thing as well. Huh?
We wanted to create a memory for that family and to let the child understand what is it like going to big boy, big girl school, and to be in the classroom and to actually be at their table or their desk or their workstation, and also to experience the wonderful lunch that is provided by child nutrition in the school cafeteria. And so therefore we want to make sure that the first experience upon their entrance into kindergarten is a valuable experience. And so
Right.
therefore it was something that we hated we couldn't do this year, but we're looking forward to providing some more virtual maybe experiences for those kindergartners. So the sky's the limit. Elementary is very creative. So they'll figure out a way.
They'll figure out a way. Yeah.
That's the
Thank
truth.
you.
So can you tell us what are the requirements? When we're little people, as we like to call them, we always play school. We play school from 1 to 5. It's the thing to do. We're making our own little school bus and all kinds of stuff at home. But what are the actual requirements for students to enroll in kindergarten?
Well, Kenya, very good question. Please know that I named already that necessary documentation, but I want families to understand that each child is very unique and each child is their own unique individual. And so, therefore, our teachers have been trained in those developmental appropriate practices in order to establish a baseline for each of those kindergarten students. Some of our kindergartners come with pre-K experiences already, and some come and kindergarten is their first formal um, introduction to formal schooling. And so, therefore, it's not anything that you got to know your ABCs, you got to know how to count to 1 to 20, you got to be able to tie your shoes, although we encourage that you know how to tie your shoes.
Right.
We establish a baseline based upon that child's unique experiences. And then our teachers, our kindergarten teachers, are the most magnificent educators in developing a prescriptive form of instruction, of small group, whatever it is, in order to help build that child's capacity and give them what they need, the necessary supports in mastering those standards that are outlined in the kindergarten curriculum.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go right ahead, Jonathan. Go right
All
ahead.
right, all right. Well, it sounds fantastic. But given everything that's going on with the coronavirus, the COVID-19, that's got to have some kind of impact. What should parents be prepared for in terms of their child's first experience at school? That's what kindergarten is. How should parents be prepared?
Jonathan, we do have a beginner's day guide that I just spoke with the print shop on last week on when we're going to try to, because those materials are sitting in our warehouse at our print shop waiting to be delivered to the schools. But we are, again, trying to explore the option of putting that online for parents to have some type of introduction to that beginner's day guide. I would encourage all families to start a routine, to start a schedule. Having the child to get up in the morning, already having the clothes laid out the night before, and have just many little things that the child can engage in of fun activities. Maybe reading a story together, maybe coloring, because coloring is very important in kindergarten, and to recognize those sights and patterns of words, sight words all around their environment. Counting when you're preparing meals, Try to make everything a learning experience in a very fun, non-threatening atmosphere. But if I can encourage any parent who's about to enter in kindergarten, please, let's establish that schedule because the brain does learn in a pattern. Let's have the same bedtime each night. And let's
Yes.
make sure that we are having our children on a set pattern so that they will be able to know what to expect. And it can be a very consistent pattern for them to enhance their learning.
It's good advice. Very good advice. I wish you could give some advice to parents as well, because I know in taking your children to kindergarten for that first day, and they're like, deuces, see ya, and they're gone. And you're just standing there like, oh, but go right ahead. I'm sorry.
Renata, in the 12 years that I served as building principal, it is amazing the emotional detachment that parents have from their children. The kindergartners are fine, and they're walking to their classroom independently with their book bag, and it is real. It's warm. It warms your heart to see a parent cut that string loose and allow their kindergartner to really and truly explore. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
That's
Parents don't give their children enough credit for the
You're right.
independence that they can really and truly do when given, again, a consistent, structured pattern. And so, therefore, when you go up to the kiss and go lane, please follow the instructions, kiss and go, and let your babies have a great day.
That's good. And you know what? If parents have any other questions regarding kindergarten registration or the process, who should they call or email in order to get answers to their questions?
We have on our Cumberland County website, Find Your School. So if you're not sure about, according to your residence of your address, what school your child is going to go to, please know we have that on our home site underneath the tab for parents. And please, I would encourage you to call the school directly. And please know if you have any other questions on our department home website underneath elementary education, we do have a link to my email as well. And I'll be more than happy to address your questions, place you in the right direction, and contact you with your child's future school in order for them to accommodate your every need. We're all about customer service.
All right. All right. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Melana.
so much. Thank you, Dr. Hill, for joining us and giving us that valuable information about kindergarten registration. Even in the midst of COVID-19, we still have to plan ahead. So we will have some kindergartners, the class of what, 2031?
No, that'll be 2033, Miss George.
2033. Oh, wow.
2033.
Oh, wow. The class of 2033, they've been waiting for this. So
They've been waiting. They've been waiting. They've been waiting.
hard work. Thank you for being with us today. Families, thank you for joining us for Coffee Conversations. Coffee Conversations is a part of our Cumberland Family Academy program and initiative to inform our families, to keep them in the know and in the loop moving forward so that they can create strong opportunities for their students. And we work collaboratively to do what's best for students that we serve. So families, again, thank you so much for joining us. Please come back with us next time for our next version of Coffee Conversation. You bring your coffee and we'll bring the conversation. Have a good day.
Thank you.